like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches. Well, what do you want to know? Sisal. Now that's a sad story. Roofs of elegant homes burned for fuel, oaken cupboards emptied, and ladies dragging the dregs of their great skirts to bargain for fish bones. Sometimes I forget they're even out there, to be honest. Remember above all to stay behind the wall, we tell our children. And when you've been heeding your own advice for seasons on end, you almost start to forget what the fuss was about in the first place. Better not to, though.
Sorry, I was muted for a second.
Still out there, the dead. And
I gotta unmute myself.
They'll always be.
Guess I'll take my lead.
Seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither hawk nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares?
Foreigners of the Legion.
Or I might faint.
Okay, that's all. It's Gorge. Serious murder. Steals mighty staff. A relic that was stolen from him. He suggests we ask Conrad, the merchant in charge, the ship from which the staff was stolen. Okay, let's go work on that real quick.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine?
Oh, we're gonna go get this room. We're gonna go get that real quick, so that way we have a place to go, or a place to teleport. Easier transportation there.
Hot under the collar. Feeling hot under the collar.
That works. Awesome. We'll go ahead and head on down to the harbor. Make this quick. Over here.
No, it ain't. He's driving straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicil?
What do you know about the staff of Pergamon?
Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster. Crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see it return. I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor.
Joyride.
indeed. He drove it
Ah, nothing like the smell of the sea, is there? I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the...
The Lizard Councillor's wife.
Oh, I need to get her a bow or something. Oh, wait, I have a bow. Somewhere.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy
Ah.
legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the
Boom.
captain
There we
took
go.
the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride? Yes,
No,
sir.
it ain't. He
As
drove it
fine
straight
a
to the barber
specimen
back.
as one of
Okay,
her
she's never going to
stocks,
use the
sir.
staff, so we can just get rid of that.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Oh, right.
Speaking of
Sauce? Here in Seal? Duh. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one.
What do you know about the staff?
Now you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could well have been that staff you're talking about.
Do you know anything about a certain Daedamir?
Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where he could possibly be now.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy sauce here in staff of what now? No, never heard, don't know much about him myself, except that he and Captain have partnered up more than a few times for long journeys. Perhaps one of the other crewmen will be it.
Okay, so let's talk to Conrad again about
Heard
Daedamir.
anything about the whereabouts of the magic stick yet?
So, one of your men saw Daedamir.
What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on her decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach someplace. He's probably there now trying to launch a vessel in private, if he hasn't already escaped, that is.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
I'll take my leave then.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
No, indeed. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Maybe it's somewhere over here, on here? Maybe.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time
Sailor,
the
what news
captain
from
took
the
the
mainland?
Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Okay, so probably on a secluded beach somewhere that we won't be able to get to just yet.
Respect confidence, you know. So what they say.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
Not the gate. Yeah, to get into here, this is where all the stuff is for sale. Excuse me.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
Are you in the habit of stealing?
I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times. But what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, my story's tired by now. I was a happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Sicil began. Still, that doesn't waive a man's need to eat, you know.
This is gonna be
So
interesting.
what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
The merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish. This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Made a hungry man, you know.
Let's see. Halibut, cheese,
Ah, okay.
tomatoes.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Oh, does somebody have leadership? Somebody else? Oh, somebody else has leadership.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish.
I'm guessing that's you. Oh. Oh, you got leadership now.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Heavenly
And you've got
herring,
2
delicious
leadership.
dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each.
Oh, neat.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Okay.
That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly seduces him back onto the crooked path.
What do you think of that fish thief?
Thank you for making that would-be thief see reason. I only hope your instruction lasts. The last thing the plagued people of Sicil need is a thief among them.
All right. Well, I'll take my leave. Fish vendor. Vegetable.
Here for your daily serving of veggies. Please partake of the plumpest produce ever
Get it while it's fresh. These batches
Well,
only out.
what
Are you
sort of arrows do
the,
you
yeah,
want?
you're the bow person.
Freezing, silver,
Ooh.
poison? Get to the point.
Hold on. I wonder if this is anything like the first game.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing, silver, poison? Get to the point.
Oh, damn. Oh, because there's too many people watching. Gotcha. Damn. Don't think I'm gonna be able to steal him, so.
Come on, you chickens.
I'll just go ahead and maybe buy a skill. Maybe even a better bow.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want?
Alright.
Freezing, silver, poison? Get to the point.
Treat poison, power stance. Oh, I've already got that.
Any takers?
Precision stance. Oh wow, these cost so damn much. Oh wait, hold on. I wonder.
What are ye staring at?
See, halibut.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Sneaking failed. Okay, so yeah.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomato.
Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Maybe I need a proper person. Hold on. Let me actually. No, not sneak. Oh, we need somebody who actually has sneak. Haven't really seen the sight cone at all, which is weird. Oh, that must be like the lit area. Probably. Oh God, where am I going? Ah, the crime scene. I need to get into.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
I'm not gonna deal with that just yet. Oh, hey, it's Medora. Duke Bravo.
Hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
Tell me about yourself.
I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
Sort of. Heard quite the story involving you and Esmeralda.
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder.
Huh, what do you know about Jake's murder?
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Ooh, we're already at a -10 with this guy. Though I don't think I would buy anything from him anyways. I'll take my leave.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Who are you?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank when I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
That Woljif? That might be Woljif. Anyways, tell me about the ship you were on.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
You were the only survivor?
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind. And in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
About Maxine.
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Looks like we gotta go play matchmaker for these two cats. Pun intended. I have some other questions for you.
By all means.
What's your take on the undead?
People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do detest them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1.
Can you tell me more about the orcs?
Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
Alright, so we'll have to take care of that here. What are you doing?
Greetings, traveler. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation?
Tell me about yourself.
What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the Conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring.
Ooh. Okay, what revelations do you mean exactly?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost.
Okay.
Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Okay, tell me more about this conduit.
She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined.
I think I might just finish this guy's dialogue and actually go ahead and end it.
She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess.
What do you mean by the one way?
For this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed.
Okay.
There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way.
Oh my. That was a little loud. Anyways.
Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
That'll be interesting.
He's an immaculate. But I thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Ancient evils are like corpses among necromancers, girl. Sooner or later, they get uprooted. And usually they're a damn sight more ugly than they were in the first place.
Huh. But I think we'll continue this tomorrow, chat.